If the dessert comes wrong, please keep your hands off mine.
Good luck.
Well, the Christmas visit, 2010. It was 9 days before Christmas, the big day drawing near. For my annual visit, the last one of the year. Not sure what I'll find this year lurking inside, fair vermin friendly, or half-baked and fried. The first thing I noticed is a new flagpole station. Any morning will rival the United Nations. And there's still that small space one can go for a pop. I've been there and done that, thank God I've had enough. Time to enter the building, but as I try the door, it appears to be stuck. So I pull it once more. The damn thing is locked. I can't get it free. Are they sending a message to members indeed? I finally get in, to my left, a locked gate. It's a room named in honor of Brother Jim Tate. Shelves of trinkets, racks of clothes fill this room bit by bit. The problem, I'm told, is that none of them fit. I hadn't gone far when a voice yelled at me, "Just who the hell are you and where's your ID?" It was Alex, the doorman, who was really upset. Here's Lee Swat again, just how bad to make that. To my right, Anne Marie is there, serving up grub. This place has again become this building's hub. The problem I've heard, because folks like to gab, is that too many diners put their meals on a tab. In the dining area where grievance staff always sit, the tables are empty. I just can't believe it. Could they be at their desks, working hard for their pay? Of course not. They're all Christmas shopping today. In the library, cramped like sardines are new babies. They're here because they found mold where their former place is. They've been told it's short-term here by their boss, Eddie O. It's a joke. It's been had. What the hell does he know? Through the foyer, I wondered. I hadn't gone far. I heard noise from the theater. The door was ajar. Geraldine was in charge. She was trying to keep all of the amputees from falling asleep. There were SDGs too in this large spacious hall. No one there needed teaching. They thought they knew it all. We know what they're after. It's a staff job someday. But the learning won't do it. It takes political sway. Now on to the print shop. Stacks of paper you'll find where David is boss, at least in his own mind. No job here is too big or too small for his crew, but they're always too late, for on time they don't do it. Next, I'll go to maintenance, where all the work gets done, trying to keep this place fixed, has them all on the run. Scott does what he can, but it sure can't be fun, spending most of your time undoing all Brennan's done. Up the back elevator to the mezzanine already. Rob Peter's left the scene. Peter's now in his place. The officer who called there is now 6 years old. That's about the same time they put your phone call on hold. There's another place at the far end of this floor where OPSSU has their sign on the door. Nothing's changed much for them. They're the same motley crew. Roger's boss, but Jimmy G still tells him what to do. There's a rumor out there, a Christmas bonus there would be. Every one of their members, extra cash they would see. They like the nice gesture, adding to each one's pay, but they think it's a ploy, so they'll grieve anyway. Another ride to the third floor this time I will go. It's accounting where they all work hard for their dough. I've always been awed how anyone can keep track of the rotating staff. Even Dennis is back. Even though the door is locked, I see someone on the phone. They don't see me here, they think they're all alone. Their face is all red, and they rant, rave, and rail. Don't fuck me no more, your check's in the mail. Next door where Frank Rooney once thought he was king, Brian now runs the show, trying to change everything. His door's always open. He's approachable and live. He can fix every problem with a Colt 45. Down the hall is the place I call Barry's domain. The poor boy can't help it. He's gone too far again. He suffers from visions of grandeur, this life, as he sits at his desk and insanely calls out, "On Stacy and Tracy, Mike, Merlin, and Mark, came to see what he was at work to get done before dark. On Lester and Steve, Rob, Ann, and Sean, if you don't move your butts, we'll be here until dawn." I hear Wendy and Kay and Ron explain, "He just thinks he's important, but it's only false fame. If he was as good as he thought, let's be clear, he'd have got us all cell phones for Christmas this year." Now, just down the hall is the rest of this crew. Crystal and Jennifer, Arzo's here too. With Francesca, it's these four who make us toe the line. They do all the work and keep things running fine. There's this Blair guy from Sudbury. He comes and he goes. Just what he gets paid for, no one really knows. And beside him is where Cameron now hangs his hat. And his hat's all we see. Who knows where Tim's at? The end office has always been a swinging door. Council never lasts long, then we recruit for more. If it's a legal question, something you need to know, to get the right answer off the lawyers go. There's one more office here. Nikki C. calls it home. The door's always locked and she spends her time on the phone. She's making her list of staff. The good and bad she'll plot. Her good list is blank. That should tell you a lot. Now over to grievance, where Lori C. likes to reign. It must be lunchtime. I've missed it once again. On the wall are all lawyers' names and a large die. Just spin. Where it stops, send the next grievance file. Further on down the hall, health and safety are residing, but since Bill 168, they've all gone into hiding. What used to be cut and dry rules solidify, now we're more like a nightmare for them to apply. The benefits office is a bit further down. I'll try to slip by without making a sound. If she sees me and starts talking to me, I fear I won't finish my visit till sometime next year. Next to benefits is the pension guru. If you're planning retirement, surely you must go too. She's been here forever. Makes me want to inquire. If she's so good at pensions, why did she not retire? From just down the hall, there arose such a clatter. I inched my way closer to see what was the matter. It was Hingle and Catherine. They were having a spat. Both were angry, and each other's throat they were at. Hino screamed at her, "You'll do what I want you to." Catherine simply yelled back to him, "Up my ASU." Well, enough of this now. I think we must go. I haven't much time left to wrap up the show. Downstairs I must go, onto the second floor. It's the center of us, need I say any more? The executive board is in town, it would seem. They consider themselves members, creme de la creme. There are some on the pro side and some on the con, but most have no clue as to what's going on. From their regular jobs, they all were booked off, once again, for their trip to the board Christmas draw. Wait, a vote has been called on what they don't know. But they'll soon prove they're able to vote stuck and low. I don't know why they're voting. You can bet once again that the outcome will be 11 to 10. It would be such a blast just to stand here and wait to hear each of them join in this hearty debate. What they say is that members' money must be protected. What they mean is they'll do anything to get re-elected. Now, it's over to where research spends most of the day, trying to find the best fields they can search each day. It's no wonder that some language they're asked to tweak comes back in a flyer as the deal of the week. Moving on down the hallway, you find arts and type, the readers and writers and drawers of hype. To be fair, those days, they're always around. Unless you need help, then no one can be found. Now at the end, that is Tim, with his nose to the wheel. I asked him after 1 year just how it makes him feel. He said, things are better. He's reaching his peak. A decision he finally made just this past week. In the next door, reading Facebook is none other than Mandy. I doubt she'd be there if it weren't for the candy. But enough time spent here on that past Marianne I go, she's pruning her jungle for the next wild beast. Job security's next. Cindy's there with her crew, trying hard to con someone to recruit someone new. But it ain't gonna happen. We've no money for that. So she better get used to wearing more than one hat. I see Bob eating at his desk in his large corner nook. It's his full-time occupation, keeping track of Bob Cook. He has no time for me. Everything's go. But with Bob, there's no doubt Mary's running the show. Down the rest of the hallway, it's empty and bare. It's the same as last year. Nobody is there, except for one person. Ruth sits trying to think. She's figured out the OPS will drive her to drink. Well, I finally arrived at this place called IT. Quite a strange group in here. They're a mystery to me. They're all huddled round, their heads filled with concern. How the hell will they handle Richard Bradley's return? Well, my time's running out, so I'll hurry along to the east wing of Washington, the place I don't belong. To my left sits Denise. New postings she'll do. But for everyone posted, you know she'll cancel too. The first office in is the vice president. She's Badgering Morris. How's the money get spent? Tis silly season, and for the board, a balanced budget she'll need. But if they think they're balanced, they've had far too much weed. Morris pleads for his life, says it wasn't his fault. There were too many others with their hands in the bowl. Next is Jeannie. Eyes turned skyward, her hands clasped in two. I think she was praying. I know to who. She calls out, oh great ones, overseers of Ostu. It could only be our pain and Brother Jim take two. She's asking their guidance to relieve all her pain. How can she never have to deal with alien Gilbert again? Next, the executive assistants reside side by each. They're never too far from the president's reach. But if he only knew when he thought they were there, they were at karaoke doing Sonny and Cher. First, there's Peggy, sitting nervously. Her brain is like mush. How the hell will she live way out north in the bush? In the office beside her is Ron on the phone. He has ice in his veins. Off to himself alone. I step out of Ron's office and turn to the right. The door to the throne room is closed up real tight. I knocked and called out, St. Smokey, are you inside? He said this better be important or I'll have your eye. Well, I can't turn back now. This is what I came for. So I turned on the handle, threw open the door. There he sat, head in hand, looking deep in thought. He was pondering over all the options he's got. I say, Smokey, it's Christmas, time for all to rejoice. We must all work together and speak with one voice. He said, I agree, and everything will be fine, as long as you understand that one voice is mine. I said, Smokey, if it's any consolation to you, most staff think you've guided us both straight and true. If it's members who want to view you as their hero, then you must find an answer to 0 and 0. Well, I stayed marching along and must make my retreat. Down the stairway I go, on my way to the street. Something new has been added. 5 new pics on the wall. It took me by surprise, my escape did stall. There was Charlie and Sean, Clancy and Fred, with Leah. Each one knew of this union was head. They They brought their own style and led their own way, and are the reasons that Upscoop is so great today. Well, my last visit here has come to an end. There are fond memories and many a friend. Only one thing to say before I'm far out of sight. Happy Christmas to all, and to all good night.